Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's the Top Delinquent, Chapter 62, and this one is titled, Just When Everything Was Good. The next few weeks at school were uneventful. Life had really started to settle down now, and apart from Iida becoming a little more strict, now that he had his own personal fluorescent arm to direct people, life was good. Please attend to your lockers in an orderly fashion, Iida insisted, chopping his fluorescent arm in between people as they stood at their lockers. Please, maintain a distance of Tenya, you snapped at him. Let people live, God. They're just trying to get their books and go home. You grabbed him by his good arm and dragged him away, steering him towards his own locker. Well, if anything, your range of movement has improved, you commented, referring to his chopping action being a little more fluid than previously. It pays to be diligent in one's workout and rehabilitation plans. As you can see, I have incorporated incidental exercise into the routine, Iida said as he got his books and school bag. So the directing of students is part of your exercise routine now? You asked, amused. Most certainly, he replied with an earnest head nod. You chuckled and took the crook of his arm, linking your hands around it and walking him from the school building. How much longer till the cast comes off completely? You asked as you headed out of the school gates and off to your apartment. Next week, he said excitedly. Yay! You sung. We need to celebrate. Well, there is a night festival coming up, and I was hoping that you would consider attending with me. Would you, perhaps, call it a date? Iida asked hopefully. Tenya, you deadpanned. We've been dating for how long now, and you're still asking if we can date? I must make sure that we are always on the same page. I would not want you to feel uncomfortable at any point in our relationship. You're gorgeous, but please, I'm fine, he replied with a chuckle. There's nothing you could do to hurt me. You're always on my side. You shared a smile, then continued on, arm in arm, to your apartment. Once inside your apartment, you offered Iida a drink. I'm just going to change and check my phone. I left it at home this morning, you said as you walked off. I bought orange juice for you too. It was on sale in Seiyu. Yin, I do hope that you have not been going back to the same store to find the lady who reported us, Iida asked dubiously. Don't worry, you sung. I made sure that I'm out of school uniform so I can punch her in her frickin' face and no one would know. Yin, please, your language, he gasped with horror as you walked off down the hall laughing. I'm kidding, maybe not, but it's fine. Still smiling, you entered your room and picked up your phone, the screen lighting up the minute you flipped it over. There were a few messages from DF before she had known that your phone was at home, and then a missed call and a text from a number that wasn't saved in your phone. You scrunched your brows with curiosity and pressed on the text message. Hi Yin, it's Dad. I know you might not want to hear from me again, but I've had a lot of time to think while I was sobering up in here, and I really want to see you again. I just want to apologise and make things right. I know an apology means nothing, but I want to start somewhere at least. I'll understand if you don't reply, but if you could find it in your heart to give me a second chance, then please call me on, and then he left a number. Love, Dad. Your mouth ran dry as you read the message 3 times over, debating if you should reply it or not. Yin, Iida called out, making you jump as your attention had been solely focused on the message. Yeah, what? You snapped back at him, emotions in a jumble as you accidentally replied to him angrily. Is everything okay? He asked cautiously, the tone in your reply alerting him to the fact that something was afoot. You hummed, walking back out to the hall with your phone in hand. I got a message. You handed your phone to Iida, who took it and read the message. I would strongly advise against replying, Iida said in a low voice as he handed your phone back, that protective streak arcing up in him. Why? You asked pointedly, feeling the same way as Iida, but at the same time your heart was being pulled in another direction. I don't know your father well, but from what I have witnessed, I highly doubt he is truly sobered up. Yeah, but you don't know that for sure, you replied, sounding defensive of your father, but in reality you were just shaken by the text. Please, Yin, Iida said softly. I don't know, I'll think about it. I don't want to live with regrets or whatever. After seeing my auntie and mum mend their relationship, Your voice trailed off. I know, Iida said gently, placing his hand on your shoulder. This is hard for you, but please, don't do anything rash. You nodded, stomach churning as you mulled it over a bit. Anyway, let's just ignore it for now and talk about something else. When's that festival night thing? You asked, shaking your head to rid your mind of the text. You really did try and relax and just chat normally for the rest of the time that Iida was there, but that text from your dad was niggling away at the back of your mind, demanding you make a decision, and you found it really hard to focus and act like you usually would. As soon as Iida left to go home that night, you picked your phone up. "Hi, Dad," you sent, gritting your teeth and deleting it immediately, then trying again. "Hey," you sent, waiting for a moment before sending more. "When did you want to talk?" You put your phone down and stared up at the ceiling, resting your head on the cushion behind you. I don't want to come across as too harsh, but I also don't want to come across as too softly either. I've lived a life of absolute hell under his roof, so he's going to need more than a sorry to be forgiven. But if he is serious, then who am I to deny him a second chance? And there is the end of chapter 62. Stay tuned for chapter 63 coming tomorrow.